30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comers with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K.Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition. Of Artist Talk. I am your host, Jazzie K.Ward, and you have just stepped into Artist Talk. So glad to see you. Before we get started, I see people coming in the room. Thank you so much. Make sure you put in the comment section where you are watching and viewing from. In the meantime, don't forget to go over to K.Ward Radio, which is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Kwardradio.com is my website. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. And if you don't, as we say on the show, shame on you. Also, shame on you tonight if you don't know either one of our guests. We have Ellis White with Catch the Groove, and none other than Mr. Stevie G is in the house with us tonight. So both of these gentlemen definitely have that it factor. And of course, Dr. G is in the house. Dr. Chantel Graham is here. Chef D is in the house. And you know what? Each and every one of you. So let's go ahead and kick off Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K.Ward.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show, Artist Talk Jazzie After Dark. I'm your host, Jazzie K.Ward. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. I see so many people coming in the room. So whether you're watching on my YouTube channel, you go back and watch on the Roku Network or Soul TV, we're streaming on my Facebook channel and Kwardradio.com as well. So before we get started, I will have to bring in, also I call her my co-host, the one and only, the beautiful Dr. Chantel Graham. Can we bring her in real quick?
I feel like when I hear your music, I want to do like the snake or the whatever you call it. Is it? Some people say snake, some say the worm. But anyway, what I want to first say is to all the radiology people of the world, happy Radiology Week. This is our week that we love. When we discovered the first X-ray by William Ray, he gave his wife cancer, but as a result, we did get X-ray. So we'll take it. Wow. We'll settle for that, you know. Happy Radio Week. So what's going on with you? How have you been?
Hey, it's been a busy, stressful Monday, but that seems like that's a typical Monday in my world.
Listen, I think it's something in the air. I think when they say the freaks come out at night, I think they come out on Mondays. I'm gonna leave it at that. It was that
I
kind of
love that.
Monday. But we made it through, so we're good.
Hey, we made it through, and we're going to make it through another great week. And we have two incredible special guests with us tonight, Dr. G, that I know you're going to absolutely love these two gentlemen.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you back at the bottom of the hour of the show. And we look forward to Mind, Body, and Soul with you, Dr. Chantel Gray.
Okay, I'll see you guys soon.
We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, again, Dr. Chantel G. So my first guest, well, we have two guests tonight. We have Ellis White. Of course, we're going to talk about him and his band Catch the Groove, and none other than Stevie G is also our second guest tonight on the show. But our first guest, Ellis White and Catch the Groove. His band Catch the Grooves offers instrumental performances focusing on original compositions while blending his top genre cover arrangements. Now, Catch the Groove performs for music festival, jazz festivals, venues all over the world. Their sound incorporates diverse music backgrounds, incorporating flavors of smooth jazz, blues, Latin, funk, and of course, R&B. Now, Ellis White has performed with such artists as Spyro Gyra, Marion Meadows, Bob Baldwin, Chris Gobber, Mesa, the Commodores, and many more. And I'm so excited to finally have an up close and personal conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome jazz guitarist, songwriter, Mr. Ellis White. Hello, my friend Ellis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Yeah, I know it's been kind of like that, a long overdue to have Ellis White, because you definitely have that it factor. But a lot of times I tell people with my schedule, it just sometimes doesn't seem to pan out the way that I wanted to. But I believe things happen at the right time. And I know this is the right time for you and I to finally have a conversation.
I hear you. I believe it.
I believe so. How was your day today, Ellis?
It was good. Yeah, it was busy, but it was good. And this is the icing on the cake for the day.
There you go. So what's a typical day like for Ellis White?
Well, I do a lot of different things, and but I work in finding other artist performances as a artist booking agent. I always writing new stuff. Trying to get new stuff fed through the studio. And I also write children's books too, on top of all the other things. So every day is filled with a constant level of creativity.
Well, that's a great. It sounds like you have a very full schedule, my friend. And I'm going to use your song title. You have definitely been keeping it real with all the things you seem to have going on. And the reason I use that, keeping it real, that's the title. If everyone on the live didn't know, his latest release is titled "Keeping It Real," and that's exactly what we're going to do tonight with our conversation. So just going back a little bit, Ellis, just to talk about a few years back, of course, we had something I never thought we'd live through called the pandemic. Mm-hmm. What was life like for you during that time?
So that created some major changes for me. Like many other artists, I lost many shows because of it, and including a European tour at the time. And but as a result of that, it was kind of a shift for me, going from a full band route to more of a solo artist routine. And that became prevalent because a lot of the people that used to be in the group, which I'd had with me for anywhere from 8 to 12 years, many had to move on and do something different to survive, basically. and some moved away, and others just decided to do different things. So I still tap some of those guys from Catch the Groove for performances, and but mostly now I'm marketed to the scene as Ellis White.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And so just going back to when your career started, how did things first start off with you? Was it just Ellis White, or has it always been Ellis White? Did Catch the Groove come a little bit later?
So I've been doing the music scene for quite some time. I actually started out in the kind of rock and blues scene, and doing cover songs, and then later on in life, I got introduced to the jazz scene from my wife. She took me to my first jazz festival in Newport, Rhode Island, and I got hooked there. Who did I see there? I saw, Spyro Gyra and Lee Ritenour, Larry Carlton, and it's like I just fell in love with the idea of all the type of what you could do to be creative and the spontaneity and improv for that style of music, and it kind of shifted gears for me and went down that path.
Oh, right. Because I was going to ask you, and a lot of guests I asked you, what inspired you to want to do music and go in the entertainment industry?
I've always had a flair for music. I mean, way back when I was a little kid, my parents used to say they'd take me someplace and music was starting, and I'd be off in a corner somewhere doing the twist on my own. And then, I think it was early teens. My parents bought me a guitar, got me some guitar lessons, and I, had the bug then and never looked back.
Oh, wow. I love that, because I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I can remember in the basement, my parents actually loved music, right? So I mean, I heard everything from the Bee Gees to Nancy Wilson to Lou Rawls to just so many amazing artists, right? From country to blue, all types of music. So who were some of your musical influences?
Wow. That's kind of progressed over the years, but I mean, a couple that still stay with me, that kind of show up in my playing style and my music are some of from the rock area, from the Beatles, Eric Clapton, Santana, especially. And as I learned more about the contemporary jazz world, then I started to become influenced by Lee Ritenour, George Benson, and especially Larry Carlton. He's just got a style that I just really can gravitate to.
Yeah. Have you ever had the opportunity to meet Larry? I'm a big fan of Larry Carlton. But
Yeah, I have not, and I'm hoping for the day that becomes a reality.
oh yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So hey everyone, if you just tuned into the show, I'm your host Jazzie K.Ward. Our special guest tonight is recording artist, guitarist, and songwriter Ellis White. Make sure you go over to elliswhitemusic.com. That is the website. That's where you can check out his music. I'm sure you can download music. His latest release is out. It's called Keeping It Real. We're going to talk about that. Make sure you go wherever music is streaming. The song is available, right, Ellis?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what it is. And I want to check out a performance that you sent me, and then we're going to talk a little bit about that performance right here on Artist Talk. Everybody, stay tuned. There we go. You know, I was over here dancing. Let's dance. Let's shout. Let's do the So, you know, just watching you perform, and just any artist watching you perform, like, what's that feeling like? What feeling do you have when you're on stage performing?
Oh, it's almost euphoric. I mean, it's nothing like it. It's you when you know when I step on stage, I'm like being transported into another plane. I just become another person, I think, and just completely get into the music and, you know, try to give my all to the audience.
Right. You know, and could you tell us who were some of the band members you were playing with on stage?
Okay, so we on that day I had bassist John Baker, saxophone player Mike Stanley, trumpet player Max Bednarchik, and Omar Torres on drums. Let's see, Alvin Rodriguez on percussion, and Malik Graham on piano that particular performance.
Wow. I mean, that was amazing performance. And that was in, what festival was that at? Was that at the Jacksonville Music Festival?
Yeah, that was the Jacksonville Jazz Festival.
Okay. Wow. So how many times have you all performed there at that festival? Do you know?
We've been there twice now.
Been there twice now. Okay. That's great. So just moving forward to talk about a little bit more of your current music. Your single "Keeping It Real" has been smooth jazz charts. It was on the UK charts for 52 straight weeks.
Yeah, actually, it made it to 54 before it bounced off.
Wow. Like what how was that feeling for you when you found that out?
I mean, after it got to be 2 or 3 months, it's like I was like, I can't believe this. You know, it was pretty incredible.
Whoa. Wow. I think it's a question or comment here. Somebody said, have you had a chance to hear the new Beatles song?
I have indeed. I have heard it. It is amazing.
Wow. I was going to ask you, I have not had the chance to hear the new Beatles. I've been reading about it and seeing it all in the news, and hopefully I get a chance to get a chance.
It's really neat how they took John Lennon's vocal and then played through with it.
Wow.
In today's world.
Okay. And also, if you have questions for our guest tonight, which is guitarist and songwriter, recording artist, Mr. Ellis White, make sure you post those there in the comments section. And I see so many people on. I'm sorry if I don't say hello. You trust me, I see each and every one of you, and I want to thank you each for you all being on the show tonight. But also back in 2018, Ellis, Catch the Groove, your single "Shaken Not Stirred." I always say, which one is my favorite? Because I listen to all your music, but when I "Shaken Not Stirred," and then I said "Keeping It Real," which was on the Smooth Jazz Billboard charts back in 2018.
Yes.
It's like, wow. And also, do you write all of your own music?
Most of it I do. There's been occasions where I've collaborated with others and different musicians. The most notable one would be Nils.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's another huge favorite of mine. Another question we have in the comments section says, who is one person or group you would like to perform with?
Okay, so that's an easy question, and I've already talked to him about him a couple different times, and that would be Larry Carlton.
Larry.
I would like to be on stage, side by side, playing with him. That would be a dream come true.
Wow. So let me ask you, there's so many artists and so many different sounds out here today. And I know you've been in this business a long time, but how would Ellis White, how would you describe your sound?
Let's see. I would say it's sort of eclectic because I take the Smooth Jazz Foundation, and then I incorporate all the other sounds that I can, go back and forth and have played or listened to, like R&B and blues and funk, or even Latin, and I infuse those into those songs, and I try to make those songs stand out, and be truly original, as opposed to fitting into a mainstream box, if you will. So that's kind of how I approach it.
Wow. Okay.
And that is, yeah, and that has been what I hear a lot from people who like my music, is to one of the reasons they do like it.
Right. Okay. That's great too. That kind of goes into another segue of my other question. What do you want people to take away from your music when they listen to it?
Well, hopefully that, leaves them with a upbeat, feel good feeling.
Right.
But also is that level of originality.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Even that you mentioned Larry Carlton and Niels and some other people, I listen to so many artists, and then I hear similarities, and you can compare different artists. But when you think about the music industry today, what's your thoughts on social media? Do you think it's extremely helpful for artists today?
It is. It is to to a point. I think the biggest piece for me is being able to be out there and perform and meet people in person. But social media is a necessary thing. I mean, that's the biggest marketing tool that any of us have. Whether it be Instagram or Facebook or those are the two biggest ones. But I try to utilize the website a lot too, and drive people there.
Okay, I like that. So what's next for Ellis White? What do you have coming up? I know keeping it real is available now. What's the book behind you, and is there anything else you can share that you're currently working on?
So I am working on new music. It's I probably got a half a dozen new songs in play right now that I'm working on, along the same lines. It's kind of a mixture of the jazz and blues and funk, etc. And as a favor to my engineer and producer, I'm going to be releasing a remake of a Shaka Khan song. So that should be coming out next year too.
Oh, really? I was going to say, can you tell us the title, or we're going to have to wait?
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Through the Fire.
Through the Fire. Is that your favorite Shaka Khan song, or do you have a favorite Shaka Khan song?
It's probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I mean, so when he brought it to my attention, said, "Yeah, that's a great song. I'll do it."
And she just got inducted to the Rock and Hall of Fame the other night.
I know. I've been watching that on the news. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff. And who knows, Ellis White may be next. You never know, right? Did you ever imagine that your life would be in this entertainment realm? Would you say, Ellis? Did you ever imagine it?
No, I didn't. I just I just kept moving forward. And, some things that people will say about me is just I'm persistent. I just don't give up, and I just keep doing what I need to do to, to get new music out there, to, stay relevant, and stay, in the news, so to speak. So that's what I do every day.
I love that. And one final question for you. When you think about this business, and I know this is a tough business, but someone watching this show who goes back and watch the replay of this show, how important is educating yourself in the business aspect of this business we call the music industry?
It is extremely important. Knowing the business part of it is probably almost as important as the music that you produce, because you need to know, who to deal with, where to go, how to get your music recorded and produced and on radio. Marketing is a big one. And there's a lot of people out there that will come to you and try to take advantage of you. And you just have to, know who to deal with and who not to deal with, and, really educate yourself in all aspects.
I love that. I love that. And how can we continue to support you, Ellis White, in your music?
Just continue to play this new stuff that comes out. That's
okay. Well, we can definitely do that. And what's the best place to find you on social media?
I Facebook, Ellis White on Facebook, my website, elliswhitemusic.com. Instagram is also Ellis White under Instagram. Those are the primary places.
Okay. I love that. Well, my friend Ellis White, you know what? I always say this: time always flies when I sing like you're having so much fun. And that means,
I know.
Would you please come back on Artist Talk again?
Oh, absolutely. I would be happy to come back anytime.
We definitely appreciate it. And if you can hang around for the rest of the show, we would love that too. And I do understand if you can't hang on, we have another special guest, recording artist and songwriter, Mr. Stevie G, that's also coming up next. And Dr. Chantel Graham is also coming up. And you never know, Ellis, she does our health tip for the week. And we always learn something each week from Dr. G.
Yeah, I'd love to stick around.
I appreciate it. Again, everyone, make sure you go over to elliswhitemusic.com. That's his website. His latest release is Keeping It Real, which is streaming everywhere. I play the song each and every Saturday on WVAS FM 90.7 Alabama State University. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Dr. Chantel Graham with Mind, Body, and Soul. I'm Jazzie K.Ward, and you're watching Artist.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Wow, I almost can't believe it. You know, when we say happy holidays, can you believe that Christmas is like right around the corner, Thanksgiving and all that jazz? Make sure you check out Mike Murray. So coming up next is Dr. G, Dr. Chantel Graham, right here with Mind, Body, and Soul.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Hey,
That is a Jazzie Santa Claus, okay? I can't get enough of him. I don't want to hear about Christmas and holidays. Just got past Halloween, and it's November.
I know. I know. Do you have your tree up yet?
Listen, the tree goes up the day after Thanksgiving. Stop with the Christmas. Let's just enjoy Thanksgiving. How about let's enjoy Veterans Day? Let's enjoy Thanksgiving. Stop rushing Christmas, people, because people putting up lights already. I just shake my head.
I love the holiday season.
I do
what
love
happened?
it. Listen, people still have their lights up in March and April. Listen, it has to be a cutoff time. After Thanksgiving for Christmas, at the January 1st, New Year's, take them down, people. Take them down. Once you put lights up in March.
I love it. So, Dr. G, what's on our topic tonight?
So, I had a patient today I had to cancel because the blood work came back and the patient was dehydrated. And they're like, oh, no, you don't understand. I drink a lot of water every day, all day. And I think people have a misconception of what dehydration is. It's not that you just don't have water, you're using body fluids. In your body fluids, there's a lot of things that's mixed in there, like all kinds of minerals and stuff. So don't think of when I'm dehydrated, I just don't have enough water. No. Signs of dehydration could be dizziness, headaches, muscle cramps, being completely sleepy. I know I'm exaggerating. I'm extra. I can't help it. Being sleepy. So that's what dehydration looks like. Now, a good way to become hydrated, of course, water, and that's great. But think about fruits and veggies that can give you hydration, like strawberries and watermelon. Those are 91% water. Celery and lettuce is 96% water. So eat your vegetables, eat your fruit, and don't drink too much water at once because you become overhydrated, which gives you other signs and symptoms like nausea, vomiting, muscle cramps, muscle spasms. So that's not good either. For dehydration, you're losing your electrolytes. Overhydration, you're diluting them. Okay. So take care of yourself. Eat your fruits and veggies. One that I love to take every day. It costs you pennies on the dollar. Have you heard of Soleil water?
No, I have not.
Not the brand Soleil water, people. I'm not talking about that. Soleil water. So this is what Soleil water will look like. So what it is water and salt saturated in water. So even though you see the salt here, that means that this water cannot dissolve any more salt. So all those minerals in there. So what's great about Soleil water? It's going to help detox the body. It's going to help give you a pH balance. It's going to help it's antihistamine that will help with allergic reactions. It's going to boost your energy. It's going to help you lose weight. Quick recipe: put some Himalayan salt in the container, make sure it's glass, fill it up with water, and as long as the salt stops dissolving, you have Soleil water. Now you don't drink the whole. You don't this. You drink this. I can promise you, within 10 minutes, you will go to the bathroom, like unnecessary diarrhea. So don't do that. I take 1 tablespoon and put it in my water, add a little lemon. It's going to do wonders for your skin. It's going to hydrate you. It's going to detoxify you. It's going to boost your energy. And it helps with weight loss.
Oh, wow. I love that.
So,
I learned something new.
Yes,
I love that, Dr. G.
And then, we were talking about books and authors earlier. Now, I'm going to take my little shot and advertise in the Germinator. Grab your copy. The Spanish version will be on the shelves in about 2 weeks. And the second installment, if the publishers, we independent artists go through the stuff, if they get off their feet and do their job, it should be out by Christmas.
I love it, Dr. G. And let people know how they can find you.
There's my website, theapplife.info. Social media is Dr. 0730. And when you go to my website, make sure you have 2 forms of ID and insurance card. No, I'm just playing. Come over, it's free. Come over, it's free.
Come over, it's free. And we also need you to
hydration, not just water. Get those electrolytes in. Get a little salt water, please.
I love it. And don't forget to add Ellis White in the OR.
By the
Keeping it
time
real.
I'm talking, I done checked out his website. I subscribed to the page. I followed him on Facebook. I followed him on Instagram because you know me. I'm a sharer. # share my stuff. And if you guys are not sharing, shame on you.
Shame on you. And can you stick around, Dr. G, for Stevie G?
You know, that's my cousin, my brother from another mother. We're going to have to stick around and find out what's going on with Stevie. I don't even know him yet, but I feel like I know him already. Why not?
I know, right? And thank you so much, Dr. Graham. We'll see you back at the end of the show.
I will be here.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Make sure you follow Dr. G, Dr. Chantel Graham, y'all. Well, you know, coming up next, y'all, I've been anticipating this. I discovered Stevie G from a very dear good friend of mine by the name of Whittington Steele, who's also a recording artist. And, you know, I'm all over social media. So I'm on TikTok and I get an invite and I was like, who is this? Who is this brother? Then I thought about, oh, he kind of reminds me of Bill Withers a little bit. You know, I'm always finding similarities, I think, to people. He kind of just reminded me of Bill Withers. And I said, I really like this guy. I really like Stevie G. So he's a New Jersey native. He's a multi-diverse singer. He's a songwriter. He's also a poet. But Stevie G definitely has that it factor. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I am so glad to have him on the show, Artist Talk. Let's give a lot of love to our special guest, recording artist and songwriter, Mr. Stevie G.
What's up? Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. You know, and tell my cousin I said thank you.
I would. She said, Stevie, you know, if you ever go on tour or start a tour, you know, she just say, hey, you need a background singer, you can call her.
Okay, I got a website. Hey, my friend.
Hey, Fanny. So glad to see everybody. And so, Stevie, welcome to the show, my brother. How was your day today?
It was pretty good. You know, no complaints. Another Monday.
Oh,
you know, Mondays are rough sometimes, but hey.
Okay. I know.
I've been doing this
so long.
I expected to be like that.
I know. So tell us, for all of those that are new to Stevie G, tell us, when did all of this start for Stevie G, your music group?
Well, I've been singing all my life, you know, since I was a little boy. My mother dragged me out in front of her company. Come on in there, boy, and sing. Come on, sing, you know. And I just been singing for a long time. But I never really got into writing and the artistry of music until like 2010 to really put my music out. But I've been singing, doing talent shows when I was a kid, you know. But the music and the writing started when I wrote a poetry book in 2010. And, you know, and I said to myself, you know, I put these words together pretty good. So, hello, Connie. So I might as well try to see if I can write some songs. And so I've been doing that ever since. And go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, and your book is called Poetic Soul, right?
Yes, it's called Poetic Soul.
Okay. And is that available now? Where can people get the book?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes and Noble, you know, regular book places. It's still there. It's been out since 2010, but it's still available.
It's still available. So, like, going back in your earlier career, because, you know, when I hear your voice, Stevie, you know, I also think about, I know you do R&B and soul music, but growing up, did you grow up in the church? Did you ever sing gospel music at all?
I've had some, you know, some experiences in the church. I wouldn't say that I was a big church goer, but yes, I've been in the church and I've sang in choirs and, you know.
Okay.
And so, hey, music is just my thing, man. You know, I love music and I love writing. and I don't know which one I love better, but they both come together. So,
Well, what about your family? Did you come from a musical family background?
Not really, no, not a musical family background. I come from a big family. It's 12 of us, but
Oh, wow.
nobody's into music like me. Everybody else is doing their own thing,
I love that. And so I remember, Stevie, when I first heard you, you were singing a song called The Epitome.
Yes.
Well, I know I've heard you sing a number of songs now, but when I heard this song, it had so much depth, it had so much soul, it had so much realness when I heard this song. So The Epitome. So what does that mean?
The song was written about my lady, because when you find somebody, and sometimes it takes a long time to really find somebody that's here,
Right.
And that was her. So, I kind of wrote the song in respect to her.
Okay.
Because she's the epitome of a love song. To me, she is. So that's where the concept came from her.
From her. All right. I love that. And I asked Steve, I said, Steve, could you please sing this song for us on the show? And he said, well, of course, Jazz, I could do that. So Stevie's going to perform the song for us. We're going to take a real short break, and we're going to have this amazing performance from recorded artist Stevie G. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jazzie K.Ward, and you are watching Artist Talk, Jazzie After Dark.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Rena Chanel, singer, songwriter, and international recording artist. Have you watched Artist Talk with Jazzie K.Ward? Well, join him every Monday on Facebook Live and YouTube at 7 p.m. CST. And if you don't, shame on you. Love you guys. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Rena. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have recording artist right here, Mr. Stevie G, and this is The Epitome right here on Artist.
This goes out to my Chicago and Detroit steppers, my Cali fam, my Dirty South fam, my New England fam, and my homies between DC and NYC. Not that long ago, she said to me, what is it with you and these love songs? I looked at her and said, wasn't looking for love, then you came along, the epitome of a love song. Some things change the world. Absolutely, you do, girl. My mama told me long time ago, when love finds you, your heart will know. Mama forgot to say, love affects your everyday in every way. The epitome of a love song, opposite of wrong. You're just right, yes you are. Got me living my best life. Do you understand what you do to me? You make me see what the eye can't see. God sent you to me because you and I were supposed to be. Me for you, you for me. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this beautiful, gorgeous, sweet, sexy, intelligent queen you gave to me. The epitome of a love song, opposite of wrong. You're just right. Yes, you are. Got me living my best life. Love's epitome. Love's epitome. Is what you are to me. Is what you are to me. Right where God placed me, holding you tight, day and night. This is so right for me. Love's infinity. Just you, just me, just us, just we, happily. That's all you need. The epitome of love. Sent from above. The epitome of a love song. Opposite of wrong. You're just right. Yes, you are. Got me living my best life. So you see, baby, that's what love means to me. Sometimes my mountains are over here. Sometimes my mountains are over there. Sometimes I look behind me and my mountains are behind me. That just tells me that you move my mountains, baby. That's why I love you, girl.
Woo! Hey, the epitome, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Mr. Stevie G, the epitome, which is available streaming wherever Spotify's. What's the best? Where can they get the song?
It's streaming on all of them. Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, YouTube Music. It's on all of them. So I mean, that and my album, I got an album and an EP out as well.
Okay. And so the album is I Love Me and Love Search.
I Love Me is the album. The EP is Love Search.
Is Love Search, which is available now, everyone. The epitome. And something you were talking about when you're talking about love and finding the right person, to connect you. And I think a lot of times with the challenges and the things that's going on in this world today, music brings so many things together, right? It's healing. It's, sometimes it makes you think of sad, happy. It makes you think of loved ones. But what does music heal you from, Steve?
What does music, I'm sorry?
What does music heal you from?
Oh, man. Music is just a catalyst for everything, man, to me,
Right.
Catalyst for pain. It's just everything, man. Music is something that you have to have in your life. To me, it's a necessity. You need it. You need it for every aspect of life. Even if you're working, music helps.
That's right.
And love is the main thing because love is the greatest entity that we all been able to embed, given to us from God, of course.
Right.
But music has such a big part of love and how you feel about your opposite person or your person, your mate, whoever you're with. It just means so much, man. So.
I always sit up a lot of times with friends and I have conversations, Stevie, and I'm gonna ask you the same question. Could you imagine this world if we didn't have music?
No. It would be like a prison cell to me.
Right.
Like a prison cell with no radio.
With no radio. That's right. Because a lot of times I find myself, even when I'm not able to get near music or anything, I'm always either humming something.
Right. Let me tell you, I work on music when I'm slow at work, so I'm always writing. I constantly write because it's fulfilling to me,
Right.
So It really is.
Well, who were some of your musical influences, Steve?
Ooh, you're talking about all the groups of the 70s, like the Delphonics, the Moments, Isaac Brothers, Black Ivory. You know, it's so many, man. It's so many. It's just, you know, I'm older than I probably look. Most people think I'm probably in my 50s or something, and I'm actually close to 70. You know, I'm knocking down the door of 70 anyway. I ain't get there yet. If God willing, I'll make it. But those groups from back in the day, man, that's who inspired me, and that's who I look back at. So when you come into my TikTok live and you hear me playing all those old music, those old songs, it comes from a deep place in here, man. It really does.
Right. I mean, you have a if you all are not on TikTok, you need to get on TikTok, because Stevie has a huge following over there on his TikTok channel. And you know what? It's a great place to escape from your day when you've had a rough day or you need to unwind and you want to come in for some conversation. Stevie has played some music like wow, I haven't heard this song in so long. And he plays some music that I have not heard before. So I want to tell you, thank you so much, Stevie. And I'm so glad I was able to come across your page. And thanks to Whittington, our friend Whittington Steele, who I've known for quite some time.
She's a beautiful artist. I'm telling you, I love her.
Yeah,
I think
she's amazing.
If Phyllis Hyman is not alive, she's alive in Whittington. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I was thinking about that. Chef D put that in there. He said, I could see a Ellis White and Stevie G voice at a jazz festival.
I'm down.
Who knows? We're definitely down for that. So, Stevie, anything else that you're working on, music-wise?
Well, actually, musically, I'm actually working on my website. That's what I'm doing right now. My son is working on that for me because I don't have a website, and I'm going to have one so people can actually come on my website and purchase my music. Okay. So, you know, and whatever else happens, you know, I'm working on 3 new songs right now. Okay, that I've just written. Okay, and hopefully I'll be getting in the recording studio pretty soon. But I'm a perfectionist when it comes to the recording studio. So I'll make sure that I practice like the song that I'm taking into the studio. When I go in the studio, I never spend more than 5 hours in there, man. Okay. You know, because I go in super prepared. Right. And you know, so I'm working on some new music. Yes, always.
Always. I was going to ask you, like, what's your creative process when you are about to like write a song?
My creative process is the melody. If the melody hits me, I'm writing. It has to hit me. So if I hear a nice melody, then normally I can write to it and I can get the song done in maybe sometimes 3-4 hours, sometimes 2-3 days, but it depends, you know. But that's my creative process, is to listen to something that I like. If I like it, then I'll write to it.
I love it. What do you want people to take away when they hear Stevie G? When they come to a Stevie G show or listen to a Stevie G song, what do you want them to take from that?
Well, hopefully it touches them in some kind of way to make them come back again and say, hey, that guy was pretty good. I think I want to hear something else he does, you know? Right. So hopefully something in the lyrics, because people, you know, a lot of people don't look at the lyrics. They just listen to the beat and listen to the music. And, you know, but the lyrics are one of the most important things in the song. And once they all come together musically and lyrically and delivery, it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's just one of those things that you just can't beat. I love it. So,
you know, I tell people, Stevie, I mean, I'm a young man. I got an old soul, though. But see, I'm one of those guys, like when I would open up a CD, whether it's a single, I'm reading. I like to read, you know, the little book that used to come in the CD case.
Right.
See, I'm reading who the artists work with, who are the other people involved, especially if they have the lyrics in there. Because now I will mess up your song. I will add my own lyrics to the song. So I try to find if the artist writes them
So
out.
we all do it. It's not just you, Jazzie. We all do it because sometimes you don't hear what you thinking you're hearing. You know, you hear one thing and it's saying
Right.
something else, but you
Right.
automatically throw your words in there. So
Right. And I know you've been in this business, and my final question for you, Steve, I know you've been in this business a long time. What makes you keep you motivated and staying and continuing to make music? Because, you know, this is a tough business, right? But so what drives you?
it's not a monetary drive anymore because I'm at that age where I'm just doing it for the love of the music, man. You know,
Right.
if I make it, if something happens, okay, I'm good with it. If nothing happens, I'm still good with it because I just love music like that. So, I mean, you know, I would love to touch people if I could just write one song that touches somebody and makes somebody's life different, then I've done my job, you know. So I'm not, you know, if I end up making money on a song, fine. If I don't, I'm not going to be blown away about it, you know,
Right.
because for one thing, when you're slow at the gate and you're late, it's only because you procrastinated. Okay. So I'm not trying to make any excuses. I didn't do what I should have done when I was younger. I should have did it when I was much younger, but I didn't. And I'm doing it now. So whatever happens from the music happens, you know.
Happens. I love that. And what's the best advice that you've been given, just say about life in general for someone watching the show that may want to follow in your footsteps?
The best advice I've been given is your character makes you the man you are. Okay. So stay up on your character. And sometimes you have to get out of your character for certain situations, but that's my advice. Your character makes you the man you are. And everybody's looking at your character. So
that's true. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, recording artist, Mr. Stevie G. His latest song is the epitome. Again, I listened to it also on Spotify. What's the best place to follow you at on social media, Steve?
TikTok, for sure. My name on TikTok is OG Stevie G. All one word.
I love it. And Stevie, I'm going to ask you, just like I asked, would you please come back on Artist Talk again?
For sure. You invite me anytime, I'll come back. It's a pleasure being
here. It's truly an honor and a privilege to have you on the show. And I want to bring in back recording artist Ellis White too, if I can bring Ellis back into the room. There we go. Hey, Ellis.
Great job, Ellis. I like that little video you had, man. That was Jay. You was jamming, man.
Thank you, man. Your song is awesome.
Thank you.
You know, so that's what I was just saying, Ellis. You know, Steve said maybe we can get a Ellis White Stevie G song one day, a collaboration or something. Who knows?
Hey, I'm always up. I love collaborating, so bring it on.
If you ever need a vocalist, give me a shout. I got you.
I love it. And I don't know if I asked you that question too, Ellis. What's the best advice that you've been given about just life or anything about this business, somebody that may watch this show too?
That would be, I think the biggest advice I've given is stay true to who you are.
Right. Again, I love that. Again, yeah. So what's Stevie? I think we popped it up there. Stevie want to know what's Stevie's TikTok again? It's OG Stevie G.
That's me.
That's his TikTok. And Ellis White is elliswhitemusic.com. His latest single is Keeping It Real. Gentlemen, thank you both for coming on Artist Talk. Anytime, you're welcome. I will continue to support your music on WVAS 90.7. And hopefully one day we can get you to a festival here in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay.
I'm working on
it. Thank you, gentlemen. You'll love it?
Yeah, I love the South. I ain't afraid of the South just because I'm from the North.
I love it, gentlemen.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Jazzie.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you both. And I will be in contact with you both, okay?
Very
All right.
good.
Right.
God
Thanks
bless.
again.
Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. Again, I'm your host, Jazzie K.Ward. Thank you so much for being on the show. And I don't know if we have any final words from Dr. G. We can bring Dr. G back in before we close out the show. And don't forget to go over to K.Ward Radio, my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. KWardRadio.com is the website. And I'll also have to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you would like to mail me some of your music, my information is listed there at the bottom of the screen. If you would like to support the show, that information is there as well. Join me each and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 noon on 90.7 FM, WVASFM.org is a smooth jazz station there. And Dr. G, any final words?
Absolutely. I heard talk about collaborations, but they didn't ask me to sing on this music. What's going on?
Well, you know,
I
Dr.
can
G,
tell you, I got my mic. I'll put my mic in here in a minute and start singing. I want to go on world tour too.
well, we're going to have to send those gentlemen a message and get a contract or some started up, okay?
Yes, let's do that.
Well, Dr. G, I hope you have a great rest of the week. And you know, we'll be talking. We always talk.
Of course we do. It can't get no worse. Listen, Monday start off with a bang. So only way we can go from here is up.
It's up, it's up, it's up, it's up, it's up, it's up. And again, I have to thank our special guests, recording artist Ellis White and Stevie G. And thank you for everyone in the comments section. I see you there. I see Roseanne, Friday Night Live with my girl Kat Carter. Hey, Michael, Connie, Colleen, Yvonne. And if I missed anyone, please don't blame my heart. Okay.
Don't
Please
forget my
blame
girl
me.
Sheila Singleton. Hi,
And Sheila, yeah, of course, Sheila. See, that's why, you know, my manager tells me, he said, when you start naming people, you always forget somebody. And then I try not to do that, and then I end up doing it.
And then I say, charge it to my head, not to my heart, because I don't forget anyone. We love you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Just come back next week and bring a friend. Okay.
That's right. Dr. G, thank you so much, and have a great rest of the week.
Take care.
All right, you too. Everybody, thank you so much for the show. Hey, my friend Gary Swoop, so good to see you. Catch the replay. Have a great week, everyone. Make sure you take care of yourself and always be kind to others. Good night. What's up, Ashley?
Hi, this is saxophonist D. Lucas, and you have just watched Artist Talk with my man, Jazzie K.Ward. Hey, check him out every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on his Facebook Live or YouTube. And if you don't, shame on you.
Artist Talk.